Forza Motorsport 7. This is the latest in Microsoft's long-running Xbox exclusive racing game. This is the 7th mainline entry in the track-based Motorsport series. There's also the 3 Horizon spin-offs. Those are more open world and excellent as well. This series is known for its graphics and style and simulation while still being somewhat of an arcade experience. It's a very easy, sort of accessible game for anyone to enjoy, and I think that's what makes Forza so incredible. So here we have the campaign area, which is split into different championships that you can work through. Within the championships you get a selection of kind of cups that you can win and work towards. These are broken up into different categories: trucks, buggies. There's also special sort of events like the bowling here. There are special car focused missions. These are the showcase events. You'll remember them from the past game if you played that one. Basically they let you unlock a special sort of vehicle, and they give a little bit of a chat behind it, and it kind of works from there. The races expand and grow as you continue moving up the different cup areas as you work towards the Drivers' Cup. I mean, if you like the campaign aspect, this gives you a focused mission to kind of move through. I personally like the quick play. I just want to do some races, and that is expanded here as well. So obviously, if you've got rivals, we're going to go into the mods section, which is new. So the mods you get from the crates. Spend points on the crates. The crates will give you like mods, special items, stuff like that. You know how loot crates and everything work at this point. Oh, I guess I got some unopened crates here. Show that off. VIP crates. Oh, I guess they're not available at this time as it is pre-launch. So basically you open the crates, you get things such as this, where you get little objectives, and these objectives are little tiny missions you can do for extra points, bonus credits, bonus XP, and stuff like that. You just easily equip them before you start a match. However, in the main menu, if that's your sort of thing, you got split screen. There's the full multiplayer experience with the leagues area and a focus on esports. There's obviously the photo mode. You can share clips with others. The multiplayer hoppers. Yeah, so basically the full multiplayer that you would expect from the past Forza has returned. And obviously, like everything else, it's bigger and better than ever. There's something like 700 cars, over 700 cars, 30 infamous tracks, and just a pile of items. So we can actually go through the car collection. I don't quite like how this is set up, but I mean, it gives you sort of like, I like the layout, but just the way you have to move through the tiers in order to get vehicles is kind of like So you basically collect cars from different tiers, and that unlocks the next tier. You get tier progress. It's not difficult to do, and it honestly hasn't taken me very long to move up the tracks of, the different tiers. And within the tiers, there's just piles of cars, like 200 in here, 147 in here. There's just tons of vehicles across all the different, brands, and, Forza has it all, basically. You go to buy a car, you can once again, sort of customize your vehicles. Click that one, and then you can go and you can change the colors. You get the manufacturer colors, the normal color range again, and specialty colors. That's your sort of thing. You can also get the liveries, which are custom kind of paint jobs on them. This obviously isn't a good example for that, but if you've played the past Forzas, you know what that is. They're just funky little designs that you can make or others have made, and you can just flop them on your cars. You can also like tune things. There's a specialty dealer for good buys. Painting, customizing, the auction house if you want to sell things. Everything's back from Forza 6, and it's just bigger and improved upon. So we're going to kind of go to free play in order to show off a number of sort of one-lap races, just so you can get an idea of things. Again, you can see the mods there. The car collection is easily available. The prize crates. And we'll go to the race setup here, and you can see all the different tracks. I move through a little slow. So a lot of returning tracks, obviously, couple new ones. They're all great. There's the new dynamic weather that comes into effect. It's very interesting. I played an extended race while on Windows 10, so I could do it in 4K. 4K looks stunning, as does regular 1080 on Xbox One, which is what this is being played off of. And I look forward to seeing how it looks on Xbox One X when I get to check that out early. So hopefully I'll be able to follow up there. As you can see, you can click X to see the specific tracks and the different sort of layouts and weather conditions and stuff like that. Going back to the dynamic weather, I played a lengthy 6 lap on a water kind of rain-based map, if that makes sense, going with rain. And basically, it just kind of rolls in. It's a very interesting effect, the dynamic weather, because it comes and it goes, and you can see the rain and the puddles form, and it feels very natural, which is, you know, an important sort of thing in this, is you want it to feel realistic. As you can see, the starting presentation here is quite nice. It looks cool as it starts. You can do your tuning, your race setup, your drive avatar options. The drive avatars are back, so you kind of race your friends and stuff like that, so it's all good. And we're going to jump into the race. Cool, here we go. Now the race has finally loaded up. Going back to the sort of loot crates, I also want to talk about the drivers. You can pick male or female, and you can unlock a huge selection of outfits if that's your sort of thing. When the game actually does load up into this area, you do get a quick option to adjust last minute race things if you want to, you know, swap up the laps before you get going. But let's dive right into it. I really do hope this showcases the sort of rain techniques they're using here to make it feel a lot more realistic. That being said, well, this is perfect, and you know, obviously there's like night racing too, if that's your sort of thing. I really do like the way the Project Cars handles the weather. So there you get the dynamic weather, but you get to kind of select how that dynamic weather filters in. You get a multiple selection of options per race. You know, you can have like fog, you can have a full-on blizzard, light snow, light rain, everything like that. And the options just feel, you know, a little bit more available, because I'd like to be able to simulate whatever I'd like and have it be realistic to an extent, or at least fun. And that's where Forza comes in and is really nice, is the fact that it's fun to play too. You can be super competitive if that's your sort of thing when you do racing games. Well, I'm kind of like all over the place right now. Or, you know, you can be serious, or you can be a lot of fun and you can just enjoy it with your friends, play online in special hoppers, silly modes, or do some competitive racing, because they have done a larger focus on esports in this one with their leagues and all that. Go right into that guy. The rewind feature is back if you ever want to kind of go back in time. That option is available. And we're starting to see the rain already appear here. Well, I mean, we are only doing one lap. But you get to see it kind of roll in naturally while you're playing and really affect the course as far as creating puddles. And then the coolest thing is seeing the clouds. I think the skybox in this is absolutely outstanding, I think, for the clouds in games. And look at how it moves so quickly and aggressively. It feels very natural, and I do like that touch. You get the rain going on. I'm going to switch to different perspectives in the next race to show that off, as I'm sure some people will want to see that. As you can see, the puddles are already forming. You're seeing a weather effect on the whole map in a sort of, obviously, dynamic and natural way. I think this looks incredible presentation-wise. There are some small things, such as the trees looking a bit rough on some of the maps, but for the most part, the game does look absolutely stunning. I think visually, they've done a fantastic job with this, especially with the 4K graphics. If you have that on, you know, PC, that option, I definitely suggest using them, as it is stunning. That being said, even in the base console here, it's fantastic. I mean, nothing compares to Forza. Quality-wise, graphic-wise, and even content-wise, this is just fantastic. So let's switch on to another map here. Alright, we're on the Maple track here. So I picked this one out specifically because I think it looks beautiful, but also at the same time definitely has some visual aspects that I'm not a fan of. So immediately, just look at the trees. They're clearly 2D images. And that really sticks out on this map, and there was one other one where the trees were particularly like, wow, that is a tad rough to look at. I mean, it's almost distracting for me looking at the trees, seeing them in that sort of shape. It's just, you know, at this point you'd expect it to be a little bit better. As you clearly see, they are 2D images, so that's just kind of piss poor there. Now we're going to switch into different kind of variations. So we got a little bit higher one here. We'll go down. This is the first person option, where you get the interior of the vehicle. These are all beautifully well crafted and well done. That was an incredibly fast race. So this is yet another lovely level that I'm so glad, you know, was brought back here. I'm going to switch to the various versions again, kind of get to where we were before I was rudely interrupted by that ultra short race. This intense vision, I don't know who races like this, you're crazy. No hood at all. I can't do that for very long, to be honest, because it's weird. And now you get a look at this absolutely gorgeous level. Sorry, I'm just getting my bearings. I didn't mean to smash into that guy. So anyways, the city here is just stunning. The care and dedication to the architecture around this place is just absolutely beautiful. The bridges look great. There's cool little advertising kind of things. Big posters on the side that kind of represent old school art designs, which are really cool. I'm not talking about the little like turn 10 things and logos. I'm talking about like a huge kind of billboards. They look fantastic. The old kind of, I want to say, castle type architecture is stunning. Like, just look at that backdrop there. This map really shows what kind of care and dedication they can take to making a track feel really great. And of course, like all other Forza titles, you get like birds going around, you get people on the side waving flags, you get fireworks, there can be balloons, and all sorts of awesome things. As you can see, the detail in these levels is just incredible. And the entire package, you can just see that sort of care. Oh, there we go on the right hand side there. That's what I was talking about earlier. Beautiful. This looks so cool. The lighting is great. There's so much content available in this game. Just very, very impressed with the overall package here. It also all handles well. Going back to the accessibility options, you can make it as easy as hard as you want. You can adjust the drive avatars to be difficult, to give you a challenge. You can add a kind of lane on the level that shows you when to stop. You can have it steer for you, or assist with your steering, or assist with your driving. Or you can just sort of customize things and do it manual and drive however you'd like. And all the options are there. It supports many, many, many wheels. Oh crap, I'm gonna lose this. You know, the steering wheels that you buy if that's your sort of thing. It depends on how intense you are into these racing games, obviously. And we'll switch to another track. Here we are at the Bernese Alps. Another map I absolutely love. I find this one to be very charming. I love the look of it. The distinct style, it feels very unique as well, just based on the location. And now we're rolling along here on yet another intense race. Different kind of car. I really just wanted to show off a variety of kind of tracks and cars that were available so far in my collection. You can just spend hours playing this, unlocking all the vehicles and earning credits to get everything. And yeah, I mean, lots of gameplay potential here, especially if you're a fan of the series. It should also be worth noting that this is an Xbox Play Anywhere title. So if you purchase it digitally, you get it on Xbox One and Windows 10 for, well, basically PC. Your achievements cross over, as do your saves. And there are opportunities to play against others on PC or Xbox One. I'm rolling these guys around here. This certainly is stunning. And again, just that skybox and the clouds, wow. Really helps complete the scene. Oh, yeah, this guy's really giving it good here. And because they give them names, you have a bit of a rivalry going on, because you know who these people are now. Actually, I have no idea who that is. It's like he outmuscled me for that first place spot. Unbelievable. This is Dubai, where you get a look at the rolling sands. This is actually what I first played at E3, so it was a nice kind of display of what's new in the game. Here you get a very different sort of Forza design as far as the sand and the very, very sunny atmosphere. So we're just bumping into people. Catch up here. Yet another well-developed level as far as quality. Everything looks very natural as you race by it. This level's very interesting because you've got this open desert, and then it kind of moves into the terminal area, you know, where airplanes and such fly over. Confetti! This certainly is quite incredible. Here we can see some of the sand rolling onto the course. Looks really cool, and then we enter the massive airport area here. Seeing some of the lighting at play here, kind of like you would at night. I mean, obviously it's still well lit, but you get an idea of it. And off to an easy victory. With a very smashed up car, obviously there is cosmetic damage and such like that, depending on your settings. So we're going to throw a night map into the mix with the Daytona. And some fast cars. This isn't really much of a night. Usually they're much darker, quite honestly. Anyways, Forza 7, Forza Motorsport 7 is an excellent next entry in the series. It doesn't really take too many, you know, whoa, rewind that one. It doesn't take too many opportunities to really change up the formula, but you know what, if you like the series and you want to have more cars than ever, more tracks, more refined campaign, then this is sort of an ultimate version of the series and really the refinement that they've been building towards the entire time. Obviously, I'd like to see a bit more done with the weather as far as selecting, you know, conditions and such like that. But in this type of simulation, you know, wow, I'm having some extreme issues with these super fast, awesome cars. With this being a simulation, you know, they might not go out in that direction, and that's fine. But for the most part, I like the arcade action as well as, you know, just having fun. And that's what's great about this game, is that anyone can enjoy it, whether you're really intense about racing, or you just want a fun casual time with friends, by yourself, racing others, or blazing through the campaign. Zoom. Forza does clearly come out on top as far as racing games, and this latest entry truly is a build-up of what they've been working for on this latest generation. They've taken what was somewhat bare bones at the start and really built it up over the last couple of games to offer a massive selection of cars, tracks, and content for players to enjoy.